Hey guys, it's Devin, Boars Beef and Baling. Welcome back. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Today we are hauling manure. We are across the road. We call this across the road. Our house is on the other side of the road, as well as the main dairy barn. Originally, this was for all our heifers and dry cows over here. But since we switched to steers, the steers are now over here. So anyways, we are loading up the first load. At least a little bit more, I think. But yeah, so we're going to be hauling from across the road. I'm going to go, I think, behind the barn on the other side. And tire looks flat. I think we're full enough. So now we'll just put it in gear. Try not to hit anything. And yeah, I'm gonna take it back. I think back there. My grandpa actually hauled manure the last time, or he ran the spreader the last time, so I'm not sure where he left off, but I'll just have to figure it out. And if we double up, it ain't that big of a deal. So yeah, so stay tuned. We'll keep going. Oh man, I gotta fix that. So we hauled that out. If you didn't notice before, we had a bunch of snow. We had about 4 to 5 inches, I would say. So this morning we loaded out 12 steers. That's how many we can get on a load. We have a guy that comes and picks up our cattle for us. He's done it for, I think he even hauled for my dad when we milked Jet. I think he would haul for us once in a while. Older guy. But anyways, he come, we loaded out 12 steers. Guys, I broke something this morning, and I'm gonna have to fix it. I broke the back window to that tractor. It's actually my fogging up a little bit. Yep, I was going to push it open, and it was stuck, so I was pushing, and I guess I pushed a little too hard. I didn't think I was pushing too hard. I was just trying to kind of jar it open. I mean, I wasn't really like pounding on it, and I just pushed my arm straight through the window. So I'll have to get one and put it on, I guess. It isn't that bad. I mean, it could be the windshield, but we actually this spring we actually broke the door, the driver's side door. That was Dad. Now I broke the back window, so it's kind of irritating because those doors and windows don't really have like a frame around them. It's just a window with the rubber gasket, and that, I mean, it's not really strong, but it is what it is, I guess. So I broke the window. what we do over here, there's a gate on, this is the main gate, right where my finger is the main gate that we use to come in and feed. We actually have a new gate to put in there, which is going to help tremendously. And then straight behind me there's another gate that mainly we just use for hauling manure. So what I'll do is I'll come in, this gate behind me, I'll come in and then I'll drive out that gate. And then all the steers get locked in the barn. There's a gate right on the end, and then there's a small one there and a small one there. Usually what we'll do is we'll just open this gate on the end and we'll run them all to this side and then run them in the barn. That shed there we built four or 5 years ago now. He's actually hauling out of there now. What he'll do is he'll pile it up while I'm gone, and then when I get back, he just loads it. So we're gonna actually haul out of the barns today, at least that one. I don't know if he's gonna, I'm not really sure what we're gonna do this afternoon. We need to run and get our steer check, but normally we try not to haul out of the barns. We want to build a bed pack, basically keep them off the ground. However, with the way the weather is and it's not exactly frozen solid, we're just gonna haul it out and start over so it's not so wet. So we usually start on this end and work our way. There's a good area there. I think we might haul this. He might actually leave that. That's also a bed. There's a bed pack there, and there's a bed pack right there. I'm not sure if he's gonna haul that all out completely, or if he's just gonna scoop the barn out and we'll leave that. I don't know. But yeah, so we're working on it. This will be load number 3, and I guess we'll keep going. Alright guys, so it's almost noon now. We are windling down here. Might be the last load, possibly. So I guess we'll see. He's got a little bit to scoop up, and then I'll see what he wants me to do. There's a little bit right in front of me. He's been dumping bedding in. We got this pit over here that I've been dumping. I chopped some corn stalks with the grass chopper probably a month ago now. That's almost gone now. We got all them bales of DNR hay that's weeds. One of my dad's cousins has a bale chopper and he's gonna see him tonight at a New Year's party. So he's gonna ask him if we could possibly borrow it. I don't know what we got there. If there's 100 bales, I don't know if we're gonna chop them all or chop 50, or I don't know. But we're gonna try it. If we can use it, and if we like it, we may end up buying one. The plan is to blow it into this pit across the road, the one that I dumped the corn stalks in, and then when he feeds, he can scoop out of there and dump it in here from time to time. And then also this yard across the road, we could probably dump it in. We also have all them round bales out in the field. We can use some of them, but we got to use them weeds up one way or another. So we're just dwindling down here. A load, maybe 2. This could be the last one, I'm not really sure. And then we'll probably quit for lunch, and then I guess we'll see what happens from there. Hey guys, it's now afternoon. We are going ahead and bedding everything this afternoon. So we got down here below, there's the goat shed, the dairy barn's there, the house is up there. We got this row of bales here I'm standing on. It's hard to see with the snow, I bet. But anyways, we're gonna pull about 8 or so out of here. They're actually really nice. It's just the top, the very top and the very bottom that is gets a little cruddy around the edges. It wouldn't be any different than having round bales that sat out all summer, or something like that. But anyways, how we do this is usually we just dump dirt around it. So the very first time we open it, we usually just have to cut the plastic, pull the dirt away, and then usually we'll just take, there's 2 bales there that actually sit on the plastic when we're not when the pile's not open. So he's got to move them bales, and then I jump on the forks and he lifts me up to the top, and then what I did is I pulled the plastic up. We also have to cut along the bottom on each side to open it up so I can pull it up. And then once he gets whatever he needs out, we'll drop it down, we'll set them bales back on to close it back up. Hey guys, it's Devin. We are back at the manure today. We are up by my grandpa here, which is just across the field or up the road around the corner from the home farm. So what we got here, we got kind of like 2 halves. We got an upper half and a lower half. So what we do, we lock the steers down on the lower half. Right where that gate is where the opening is. We can lock them down there, and then we can do the top yard, and then when we go to do the bottom yard, we can just put them up here. There isn't a whole lot here. I don't think we're gonna do the barn. The other day when we were bedding, we bedded up here, so we probably won't do the barn today. There's a lot of manure in the barn. So I just ran up to the house, my grandpa's house here. One of the front tire, this front tire on the loader tractor is a little low. It was actually flat this morning. So I plugged the tire pump in. We're gonna blow a little bit more air in. I don't know if it's any flatter than what I had it pumped up to, but when you get a load on there, it squishes down. So anyways, I'm gonna be hauling down the road to our wheat field, which is just down the highway here. I got most of behind the house, at least on one side of the wheat field, covered. I think if we do them smaller yards, I'll go to the other side. But I'm gonna haul this down the road. So yeah, I'm gonna try and do a little bit more action shots today, a little less talking. I guess we'll see how it goes. Well, that didn't last long. I got it empty, but didn't get very far. Hey guys, so we're at the end of the video. So we ended up getting a flat tire on the spreader. The very first load of the day. This was a 2-day. I think there was probably a day in between from the first day and the second day. But yeah, actually pulling out first load, my dad was trying to call me. I got onto the road and was trying to speed up and upshift, and it was like it was pulling really hard, and I couldn't quite figure it out. And then I looked in the mirror and I could see the tire kind of flopping all over. So I ended up getting it into the field, unloading it, and I then pulled it up to the buildings. So we've been kind of working on that. We got a tube. We're just going to throw a tube in it. It's a tubeless tire. We're just going to throw a tube in it. Um, it's a 10 bolt rim. It's got 10 lug nuts. All 10 of those lug nuts are not coming off easily at all. We are on there with a 3/4 drive ratchet with a pipe on, and we basically have to turn each nut off completely with that setup. We can't. You get it to a certain point, you can put the impact on and get it a ways, but the, we figure that the tires are all original and the nuts have never came off. So we're working on that. I think we're about halfway done getting the tire off, which is it's crazy how much work it is. Hopefully tomorrow we should have it off and get the tube in it and hopefully get that back up and running. I don't know if we're going to go ahead and start hauling again or what. So yeah, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'm thankful that you're willing to watch me. If you're new here, please subscribe, like the video, throw any questions you have down in the comments. Even if you just want to tell me something, or if you have a opinion or anything on that, throw it in the comments. I'd love to read it. But thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and I hope to see you next time.